Today, we're going to be making the Anti-Venom lenses from Spider-Man 2 on PS5. I was able to get a slightly bendy material. Everything was going absolutely great. This company just wasn't working for me. I had to completely cancel all of the work that I just did.
Nobody is making them, unlike the Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales lenses.
It does include Hero's Time. We do have a certain pair of lenses called the Ultimate V3 that we totally would have gone with, despite them not being 100% accurate, but they didn't have those available.
On top of that, we're not experienced with making foam lenses or making lenses in general, especially lenses that are as complicated as this.
We also don't have any 3D printers, so we can't just 3D print them from a file, which creates a massive issue for us.
Since there was no other way for us to get these lenses, we had to buy them from a company called JLC PCB.
Normally, this company makes microchips, but they also do 3D printing. They offer resin 3D printing, which is great for us because we prefer resin 3D printing as it prints a better material for lenses as opposed to filament that you would see in a regular 3D printer.
We started by looking on Etsy. We found a helmet with some detachable lenses by the creator Yash. We only needed the lenses part of the file.
So I purchased and downloaded the file. Unfortunately, it was a zip file. I had to plug it into like 2 different programs to convert it, and then I had to save it to my phone. I didn't want to use a computer for this, so then I had to like download a storage thing, save it there. I had to re-upload it to the JLC PCB website, and that seemed to go through. I plugged it into the website, everything was going great. I was really excited for them to finally ship. Only like $20 to get them made. I was able to get a slightly bendy material, it was resin, everything was going absolutely great. I plugged it in. However, there was 2 lenses in one file, and the mesh part detaches, so there was 4 different objects in the file. I don't have any experience with STL files or anything with 3D printing. I had no idea how to separate the files, but they needed me to separate the files to print it. So I didn't really know what to do. I couldn't do anything. I already purchased the file and I was planning on spending another $50 trying to get the lenses, and this company just wasn't working for me. So unfortunately, I had to completely cancel all of the work that I just did.
We were out of options. The suit was coming and we had no other way to get lenses. It was never going to arrive before the suit came, and we would have to delay the final video.
But then we remembered there was a guy that we met at a convention on Instagram, .hobie. He 3D printed his lenses, and I'm friends with him, so I just DM'd him, and he was able to help us out tremendously.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to 3D print things. He didn't have a 3D printer on him, but he was able to get us in contact with someone who does.
He recommended us to Friso Cosplay. Now let me tell you, this guy is a lifesaver. He has a resin 3D printer, and he already had the file, so he already knew how to do everything with it. In fact, he actually offered to print the full helmet. He offered to print everything. It was so tremendously helpful. He only charged us like 20 bucks. He lived an hour away, so as soon as he finished, I went and picked it up. It was done in less than a week. I finally got them in my hands, and they looked great. Absolutely fantastic. They couldn't have turned out better.
These are the lenses that we got from Friso Cosplay on Instagram. They are the wrong color, so we are going to have to paint them black.
Didn't want to use acrylic paint, we wanted to use spray paint to get a much smoother and glossier look, so we just went down to Ace Hardware and we grabbed a few spray paints that we thought would work best. We made sure to get a glossy one, and we already had white spray paint. We also picked up some Plastidip. Plastidip is a very helpful tool that we will likely use on the soles of the Anti-Venom suit to make them more accurate to the game.
Before we could paint these, we did have to sand them down. Make sure to use a low grit, soft sandpaper and be very careful with it to make sure that you're not going to cause any breakages or have any problems with your lenses. And we just sanded them down to make it nice and smooth before we painted them. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel.
All that out of the way, let's finally jump into painting and finishing these great, fantastic lenses. Come on, you can get it. Oh, it's so close. Ah! Bro, what is it? How did the lid break? That was so clean. I got it in one go. Dude, that was really impressive.
Cut into every time.
Second coat. Alright guys, we just finished the paint job. We really like the way it looks. The lenses turned out absolutely fantastic and we couldn't be happier with them. If there's one minor complaint, it's that they are a little bit oversized. However, the guy that printed them could not have possibly known that because we didn't do any scaling or anything because, you know, it was just the lenses, so we didn't think it was necessary.
Once the actual anti-venom suit arrives, we are going to be gluing these onto the mask of the suit in a similar fashion to what we did with our Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales suit, where we would take hot glue and just glue them directly onto the fabric of the mask.
We wanted to thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers. It's absolutely mind-blowing the amount of growth that we've had in this past month, and we couldn't be more enthusiastic about the channel than we've been in the past. We are so excited to continue the channel. We have so many big things planned. Also, I wanted to give a big thank you to both Friso Cosplay and Hobie on Instagram. They helped us out so much in this video and really were lifesavers. So if you guys are watching, I wanted to give you a massive thanks.
Check out our Instagram as well as Friso Cosplay and .Hobie's Instagram. They're all going to be linked in the description. Check out our Patreon. It's a great way to support the channel. Make sure to leave a comment down below of any questions or concerns you guys might have about the lenses.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Thanks for watching. I don't know what happened. I broke it. Did you get that on film?
Yes.
Are we gonna put this in the video? Because it kind of makes me look like a turd.